I've just had a big Caprabo shop delivered, so I thought I'd show you exactly what I bought, how much everything cost, and what I'm going to use it for. So if you're new to Spain or just curious about day-to-day costs, what you can actually get for your money, this will give you a proper look. Okay, so let's start off with the alimentación, and the first one is tuna atún claro. I've got 6 cans of 80 grams and they were €4.20. So that's just your standard tuna in spring water. And then we've got some almond milk, which is a litre, and that was €1.25. So I used that in smoothies, that kind of thing. Then I got 250 grams of unsalted butter, that was €2.25 for toast and things like that. We drink a ton of milk in our house, so I got a few of these semi-skimmed milks, and they're a litre each and they're €1.79. And then finally I got a 400 gram of pistachios, which were €5.68, just good for snacking on, right? Okay, onto the frescos, or fresh food. I've got just under a kilo of bananas for €1.34. I think that's pretty good. I've got a kilo of pink lady apples, there's 5 in there, for €3.12. A bag of salad for €1. I've got a small pot of guacamole, which I'll use for some chicken tacos, which was $1.99. I got 2 kilos of potatoes because we seem to be eating loads at the moment, and they were €4.19. I tend to cook those in the air fryer, like either cut them up into chips or like mini Spanish style patatas with salt, pepper, you spray oil and some pimentón dulce. I can't even remember the English word for it now. Tell me in the comments. It'll come back to me. Anyway, I got some tomatoes, and these are the ones that I specifically use for pan con tomate. So when you toast a bit of bread and then you cut a tomato in half and you rub the tomato on it, get some oil on it, maybe a bit of garlic if you want, a bit of salt, amazing. True Catalan style. I've got some entrecôte. There's like 3 little pieces in there. In fact, there might even be 4 in that one, yeah, for €7.30. So nice to have for lunch sometimes or for tea. And then I've got some filleted chicken breasts, and these are €5.55, not bad for like 600 grams. And what I'll do with that is these are for the tacos, so I'll marinate those in a little bit of garlic, some teriyaki sauce and honey, and then I make my own wraps with Greek yogurt, flour and a little bit of salt. Really good. We eat a ton of eggs in our house, so I got 2 dozen, which are $3.59 each. So me and my daughter have these every day, poached on toast, and that's how we start our day. Not the best kind of cheese, I know, but great for burgers and things like that. These are €1.30. And then I got a few mozzarella balls. These are 97 cents each, and I have these like on tomato bread with avocado, chopped up cherry tomatoes, and a bit of jamon, which is now like my favourite food. Inspired by one of my friend's 15-year-old daughters, well, nearly 15, Ella. Thanks, Ella. Got some jamon dulce, which is just like normal sandwich ham for the kids' sandwiches for when they take desayuno to camps or to school. And these are $1.95 each. We also use these in omelettes, like we have ham, grated cheese, and I have a bit of onion, maybe a bit of tomato in omelettes for tea some nights. And then the same, but chicken, and these are $2.79. A little bit of longaniza, which is like a cured sausage, which is chopped up super fine. So we might have this when we have tapas on the weekend. So we'd have it like with jamon, some queso manchego, a bit of mozzarella, tomato bread, salad, olives, that kind of thing. And these are $2.89. And then some nice jamon to go with that. There's always so much jamon to choose from whenever I go in the supermarket, and I find it really difficult to pick the right ones. Anyway, this one's $4.69, and it's really good, like standard ham. It's paleta de cebo ibérica, 50% raza ibérica. Don't ask me what that means. I'm not a jamon expert, but it's been cured for a minimum of 18 months, and it tastes great. And the bread for the tomato bread, which is $2.15. Okay, so we're on to the congelados, which is frozen stuff. So we've got some granizados, which are like mini slushies, if you like. You have to get them out of the freezer so far in advance because they take ages to melt. And these were $2.75. My husband and my son love these as a sweet treat. And some good old vanilla ice cream for $3.99. Now on to the section which is called dulces y desayuno, which is like sweet stuff and breakfasts. So I got some sourdough bread, which is my go-to for my poached eggs every morning. And they sell this one in most of the supermarkets, this particular brand. It's really, really good. And that was £2.83. Some honey, I got a big one because we do use it for lots of different things. That was £5.25. So like we might use it on protein pancakes at the weekend. I use it in my chicken teriyaki recipe. And if I'm cooking low sugar treats for the kids, I'll use honey instead of sugar. We're going through a ton of water at the moment, as you would expect with it being the middle of summer. So I've got 5 of these 8-litre bottles, which are 92 cents each. I got a couple of these juices for my son. So obviously it's really difficult to get squash in Spain, and we've just gone for alternatives. So this is like a 0 sugar one. These are €1 each. I got him a couple of those, and we tend to still dilute this even further, and he's very happy with it. And my daughter just drinks water. We got a few cans of Schweppes Zero at €1.20 each, and a few Diet Cokes for me at 92 cents each. So onto hygiene and beauty. I got some mozzie spray because they're all over us at the moment. To be fair, we haven't been bitten as much as last year. And this is €3.44. I'm still looking into like other stuff that we could potentially use. People, in fact, you know what? I brought some of that Avon Skin So Soft back last time and I haven't used it yet. I need to dig it out. And some toothpaste for €2.90. Then finally, onto the otros section, other stuff. I got a lettuce. I don't know why that's not in frescos. That's a bit strange. In fact, all of the stuff that's in otros, I believe, should be in frescos, but whatever. This was €1.01. Looks a bit brown actually there, doesn't it? A pepino hollandaise, cucumber. I don't know why they call it a Dutch pepino, but whatever. We still like these ones, so we get them. And that was €1.30. And finally, some Greek yogurt, which I use for everything. I use it for baking. I use it for the tacos that I told you about to put on the actual wraps themselves. I have it for dessert with like nectarine at the moment, my absolute favourite pudding. Have it with like whatever fruit is in season, and it just tastes so good. And this one, which is like the real Greek yogurt rather than the fake stuff, is £3.89. And then we spent like 60 cents on bags as well, because you have to pay for bags. So all in all, that came to just under €122. And then what we also get, little bonus from Caprabo, are these, like last year they were scratch cards. So every €30 you spend, you get one of these. And then I always save them for the kids, so I'm not going to do it now. But you can open up this little tab here and you can see if you've won a prize or not. We've actually won €3 so far this summer. We didn't win anything last year, so quite happy with that. So yeah, little added bonus for the kids. Let me know in the comments if this kind of video is useful or if you'd rather see shops from Lidl, Mercadona, somewhere else. And if there's anything you're always wondering about price-wise, like kids stuff, snacks, cleaning products, drop it in the comments and I'll include it next time. And thanks for helping me unpack my shopping.